Wow, so beautiful, right? I captured that footage while I was flying over the Florida Keys on my way to Grand Cayman, and I was literally inspired to travel there after that. And so I did. But you know what? Like the title says, it wasn't really what I expected. And hold on, let's back it up. Let me give you the setup. So I'm super excited. I'm going to the Florida Keys for my first time, and I'm going with my normal lineup, you know, of me, myself, and I, and I'm gonna be going for a long weekend. I'm super excited. I'll be driving down from Fort Lauderdale, actually, and I don't know if you know this, but there's only one road that goes through the entire Florida Keys, and it's actually really long. And so I was trying to do my research on what's the closest, coolest key, and based off of everything I found, Key Largo was it. And let me tell you what I really wanted to do based off of that research. I really wanted to lie on the beach and just chillax. I mean, it's the Florida Keys, right? Second, I really wanted to stay somewhere central so I could just easily walk around. Third, I really wanted to check out this statue that I read about at John Pennekamp Park, where they have a submerged statue and you can either snorkel or scuba dive there. And fourth and fifth, I really wanted to catch the sunrise and sunset at the beach. Can you guess how many of these I actually did? 0. Bam! 0. I did 0 of those things. Well, actually, I did 1 of them, but I had to sneak in to do it, and if you can keep a secret, I'll show you later. But you know what? It's travel. And as with life, you just gotta roll with the punches. Like, look at me right now. I just came from sunny San Diego, and now I'm in 17-degree weather. It's freezing. This is a 1-2 punch right here. But that's not what we're talking about. Come travel with me in the Keys. I didn't get what I wanted, but sometimes the unexpected is even better. Wasn't exactly the blue and green water that I saw from my flight, so that was the first unexpected thing about Key Largo. It was the beaches. I was surprised you couldn't easily access the beach. I had to drive to John Pennekamp Park, where you pay $8 per vehicle to get in, and the beach didn't look the way I expected it to. The other thing is they have these things called no-see-ums. If you don't know what a no-see-um is, it's this word right here, and it's basically a species of flies. There's over 5,000 species of them, and they will bite the crap out of you. This was my first experience in Key Largo, and I did something else instead. Let's take a look. I already know what you're thinking. Yoga instead of the beach, but you know what's the best thing about traveling alone? You can do whatever you want. Unexpected thing number 2 in Key Largo, there's no walking around. There's no sidewalks in Key Largo. You really do need to drive from place to place. And yes, as of 2017, they do have Uber and Lyft, but that wasn't the point. I didn't want to drive. So I'm really glad because I had booked an Airbnb that had a view, so that worked out for me. Unexpected thing about Key Largo is that you can't just jump into the water with your snorkel on. You need to go to the reef, which is a boat ride away. And on the day that I was there, the swells were huge and the visibility was almost 0. So your choices are, you can go with a private boat or you can go with a public tour out of John Pennekamp Park, but you need to look at the conditions prior to going out there. What did I get up to instead? Since I was already in John Pennekamp Park, I stayed there because I love kayaking, and there are amazing places you can only get to by kayak because it's either too shallow for a boat or there are just too many jellyfish if you swam there. that there isn't a beach to go watch the sunrise at. And so what did I do? I went and talked to a local and I asked her, where would you go to watch the sunrise? And she gave me a little secret about a neighborhood to go park at to catch that sunrise. Enjoyed that sunrise, but you know what? It wasn't on the beach. I really wanted to watch the sunrise or the sunset at the beach, and I know I told you I would let you in on a secret. And so how did I watch the sunset at the beach? Key Largo doesn't have beaches that are easily accessible. We know that by now. But you know who has beaches in Key Largo? The resorts. And the Hilton that's down there is supposed to be beautiful. So I rolled up to the Hilton, and as the security guard stopped me, I was just like, hey, nice to see you again. And he was like, yeah. And I went in, and they have a beautiful bar, live music, and a great sunset at the beach. Largo in the books. I had a good time. This trip was not what I expected, but I made the most of it and I rolled with the punches. I'd love to hear in the comments below, what was your favorite part or what would you have done instead? And I'll see you in the next adventure. For now, get up, get out, go travel.